Actually, I'm going to start today.
Okay, go ahead.
I want to just say today's a tough day for Sooner Nation. We lost a dear friend in Toby Keith, and I heard his songs blaring in the arena, and I've been here 3 years, and became a true friend of mine, and him and his family, and he is everything you want to be about. He's Sooner Nation, and to all his friends around the country in the music industry, in the sports world, friends in all different things. Today we raise a glass to Toby Keith. And I wish there was something different than water in this glass right now, because he is a true legend, a true friend to everybody. And I just want to say our guys played their hearts out for Toby Keith tonight to get this win. And I know he was looking down on us tonight. So to everyone who hears this around Sooner Nation, friends all across the country, raise your glass tonight to Toby Keith.
Okay. With that, we'll go into questions. Bob and Jesse, you guys want to start us off?
Tied up at halftime, going back and forth, just the way that Los was able to command the game from start.
Yeah, I mean, they just to be able to, be able to handle that, and just did so many good things. Him and Javian, obviously Javian made the free throws down the stretch, but they both made really nice mid-range shots on that drop coverage. Made a big three. Each made big threes. So I thought both those two. It was very similar to Providence when they ran that drop coverage, and I thought those two guys did a great job.
Porter, you talked before the game, you knew about the three-point shooting, how much they leaned on that. It seems like tonight, I know they made some, but it seemed like you guys were able to limit them for the most part. Just what were you guys able to do defensively?
Well, I think our guys were they had such a respect for them as shooters. I think they were trying to be underneath them. We got lost a couple times in transition, one in the start of the second half, one in the corner right in front of their bench. But they're so hard to guard. They run excellent stuff. They space you. They got an elite point guard. They got a power center that can score. But I thought our guys communicated on their switches really well. I thought they did a great job, and we've talked about it in the second half sometimes, especially in this building. Away from our bench, we hadn't been on top of our communication. I thought we communicated elite on switches with their shooters. I thought we were there underneath them, and I thought our guys really did a nice job switching and being ready to guard their shooters.
We'll go to James and Mason.
Porter, Coach Pope said you were able to, this is a great compliment for you, you were able to get them into a two-man game where they just couldn't fire threes all night. I don't know, I'm sure you didn't tell us your whole game plan, but I got the feeling that's something you were trying to do. So you guys really did a great job, didn't they?
So we have two different ball screen coverage. We have a really aggressive one, and then we have more of a drop coverage, which becomes a two-man game. And we've had both of them. We've used both of them, but we've been using the aggressive one a lot lately, and we just made a decision to go to a drop coverage to try to play a two-man game. And they got us early. Got us in the lob dunk. They got us in but at halftime, they had 8 two-pointers on 21 shots. And that's 16 points in 21 shots. So, even though, they got a dunk, we were playing the percentages and trying not to get, because I just think, Dalen Hall, I think he's one of the best in the country at finding shooters when he gets trapped or when you get aggressive ball screen coverages. I just think he makes the right read more than anybody I've seen. I mean, and we just tried to stay away from that tonight.
You see some growth from Jadian tonight, just things not falling early, but he stays in it and he's there at the end.
Absolutely. Just learned something about both of them. Just kept on telling them both to shoot, and it's going to fall. I love it. We took 26 threes. We took as many threes as they did, and we talked about it. And we talked about playing at a faster pace, and we had a great Los to Javian and a long, we call it a Celtic pass for a layup in a key moment last, I think, 6 or so minutes. But Los missed a couple. I loved it. One of my favorite plays. We just kept him, don't hesitate, shoot it. We said it the first half, and he literally came down and hit the next one. That was his first one he hit. So hopefully we can start. So we started off cold again, but to hit 9, we knew we needed to hit some tonight, and we did.
We're going to Ryan and Jay.
Pushed out to 9, then they came back, hit that 3, cut it to 6 minutes left. Against Texas Tech, it kind of snowballed. It it's everybody though that kind of contribute. What has the group kind of learned over this last week and a half, 2 weeks to be able to respond and push that lead straight back out again?
Well, we talked a lot about a BYU. They score in bunches. You can't let your bubble get burst if they hit 2 threes in a row. You got to keep guarding possession by possession, and we've let our bubble get burst sometimes defensively. But like I thought we executed really well. I mean, we had a play where they came out and they kind of ran at us. We did one more, and Rivaldo Soares hit a 3. We came out of a timeout. We ran a little up screen for Sam, and he got an and 1. I thought we did some really good things to keep answering the bell instead of going cold for so long offensively, which we've done. So I think it was a combination of some execution and making some shots, and then defensively, I just have so much respect for Mark and what he does. That team, I've watched so much tape. They're so good, and for us to have that kind of a defensive performance, we needed it on this night.
Well, from that standpoint, what's it been like preparing for new opponents within the league, and then watching them, have some success and just the increased level of overall challenge in the league?
Yeah. So I think the 4 teams, and we haven't played Houston, but I've obviously seen them. So we've played the other 3, and not missing a beat. I mean, it's almost like they've raised their level. Just playing at Cincinnati and seeing how physical they are, and Central Florida, an elite defensive team. Everybody's like elite defensively. And so when you add new teams to this league, there was 10 teams last year, and they were all like in the top, I don't know what the number was, 40 or 45 in defense. So when you add 4 teams, they're like, are you going to guard? Those 4 teams are almost, Houston and BYU are like right there, and Cincinnati, everybody's right there, Central Florida. They're elite defensive teams, so I don't think they've missed a beat. It's still one of the hardest leagues to score in. But in terms of your question about preparing, BYU is very hard to prepare for because there's no one you can like plug off of. Sometimes when you're preparing, you can plug off him. You can't plug off them all. And you have to make a decision about your offensive rebounding. You have to get back. They push it so fast, and they find each other. So if you're not talking and getting back in transition defense, they make you pay. So it's just a very unique, with that many shooters and that many passers, and they're smart, and it was unique. But in terms of the 4 teams, elite defensively coming right into the Big 12.
Okay. Well, Chris, then TJ.
Yeah, Porter, Los had such a big smile on his face dribbling that. He looked overjoyed, high-fiving the fans. How much did you guys and you personally just need a night like tonight?
We did. I think we're all trying to stack wins. You're trying to go on 1-game win streaks in this league, and you know that it's opportunity. We lost a tough one at we had a good road win at Kansas State. We turn around and don't play well at Central Florida, and you turn right around and you got an opportunity to play the number 7 team in the net. That's opportunity. So that's as daunting as this league is. There is opportunity. The opportunities are hard, but there is opportunity. And I think our guys knew that. They absolutely knew it. They knew it was a big win. They knew, they had a great opportunity tonight here at home.
A lot of talk about shooting slumps or poor free throw shooting. You can shoot 60% in the second half and 85% from the free throw line. Is it nice to close the game out that way so we're not talking about the other stuff?
No way. It's great to talk about. Thanks for bringing that up. I appreciate you bringing that up. It's good to talk about that because those guys stepped up and made their foul shots and stepped up and made some big shots. And I said it earlier. I said the old Brad Stevens quote. You can analyze a lot of stuff, but it's a shot-making game too. And so especially when there's more made of shot-making and free throws, sometimes that becomes big. So it's credit our guys for just getting in the gym, repping it out, believing in themselves, and staying with it because I said all along they can shoot, and it was great to see it go in tonight.
We've got time for probably a couple more questions.
Porter, you mentioned the opportunity with BYU at number 7, but what does it say about this team to kind of pick itself off the mat after how the last couple of weeks have kind of been a rough stretch?
This team has responded off the mat a lot. We lost 2. And then what did we win at Cincinnati? Then we lost, some of them. We came back and we win at Kansas State. We bounced back after tough losses. And, it just, I've said it's just so hard to get too high or too low. Like as high as we were leaving Manhattan, Kansas, last week, we were that low leaving Orlando. You know, and it's just you can't get too low. We came back from that trip. We were on the plane talking as we walked off the plane. We're like, hey, we got to turn around. We got to meet Sunday. You guys, we got to meet tomorrow. We got back late Saturday night. We got to meet tomorrow. We got to prepare for BYU. And the guys' prep was awesome. They were so locked in Sunday, and we needed that prep Sunday. And they get a well-deserved day off tomorrow.